Sup nerds? Let me just say, 1, it's really hard talking with these in. 2, and you're not gonna believe this, but this has been my plan for Halloween for weeks. It is October 23rd, and today is the day I decided to film my Halloween video. This is also the morning I woke up, checked my Instagram, and the first photo in my feed was Pompberry's Marceline. Needless to say, and that's really hard to say, it really took the wind out of my sails for this look. I definitely felt like everyone was just gonna think I was just some copycat. I was feeling really discouraged. Of course, I had to leave her a comment saying like, it looks amazing, but damn, I wish I had posted mine sooner. And she's like, who cares? The more the merrier. Like, you know, a sane person would talk to another person, as opposed to me talking to a fake person in my own head. I'm sure most of you can relate. I decided to go ahead and film this look anyway. I invested a lot of time and a little bit of money into this. I think it would have been a total waste not to do it. Before you ask, no, I haven't watched Pompberry's video. I felt like I probably shouldn't until after I finished filming, because if I watched it and then went to film, I would be completely biased towards a certain style. However, I definitely have been watching all of 22 days of Pompoween up to now, which, you know, ironically was to get some tips and tricks to execute this. In a way, this is all thanks to Pompberry. I learned all the techniques from her. If you don't know who Pompberry is, she is doing 31 tutorials in the month of October. She is a fucking rock star. Honestly, like, you should click off right now and go watch her tutorial of this. I'm sure it's much more informative and way better. But if you want to watch someone with limited capability and limited resources try and accomplish the exact same look, then you should keep on watching. All in all, I think I look pretty darn cute. I'm not sure how I'm gonna condense 5 hours of work into a 20-minute video, but we're gonna try. But I truly hope that you do enjoy my contribution, however small and however meaningless, to Halloween this year on YouTube. I guess without further ado, let's get started. God, it's so hard to talk in these things. In case you don't believe me, this is a receipt for face paint, fangs, contacts. Check the date. Don't come for me. Don't come for me. Okay? The story is, one of my most prized Halloween costumes of my past was a Marceline costume. I went all out. I actually crafted an axe base from foam and wooden pegs and string. I slaved over this costume and this prop for weeks, and I was so proud of it at the end. I felt really accomplished. There was just one thing that I wish that I had known back then, and that was anything to do with makeup. This is before blending. This is 2013 BB. Looking back on it, I do kind of wish that I had put as much effort into my makeup as I had put into my props and costume. Like, I found a pair of vintage red cowboy boots on eBay, and this is how committed I was to the bit. So my whole plan for this Halloween was to go back into my past, recreate my most favorite Halloween costume of all time, and hopefully make it better. Gosh, I even shaved off half my eyebrows for this. So we're gonna do our best. Let's just jump right in to the stuff. I decided, because I think they're a little bit more forgiving, that I'm going to mostly work with cream paints. Water activated paints would indeed give me more longevity out of it. I thought cream paints would probably be the easiest way to achieve a nice even blend. I picked up some Ben Nye from my local FX makeup store. So for the base, we're going to go in with gray, and then to blend highlights and contours, I picked up Clown White Light and black. I did go ahead and spot conceal a tiny bit because I'm pretty sure I'm going through a stress breakout right now. Oh, right, I should put in my contacts. Be right back. Wow, that was hell. These are like the least comfortable contacts I've ever worn. Yes, I have kept them in solution well over 24 hours. These just feel like garbage in my eyes. Holy shit. Oh, this is already getting off to a great start. Because we're working with cream paints today, which I kind of gathered were gonna be really like a little bit on the greasy side, I decided to prime a little bit in my T-zone with some Porefessional just to sort of combat that just a little bit, because the creaminess of this base will bring out the texture of your skin. We're gonna start off by using a damp sponge, see how that goes. This is a good color to start off with for a base. And I'm really gonna take my time and work slowly in sections. We might have to do more than one layer as well, which is totally okay. We'll go onto the ears just in case the wig doesn't cover everything. And I will take it down the neck and chest later on.
You look like a really good Star Trek alien. I look like I found some sort of changeling in the woods. That's what it looks like. It's very good.
Good. Well, hopefully it's uphill from here. Oh god, I can't even like blink.
Oh, it moved.
Oh yeah.
Oh my god, I'm gonna pass out. Oh shit, never do. Oh, I gotta go away.
All right, let's go in with a second layer just to try and really even out that base. For that second layer, I'm using really, really, really light pressure. So I'm gonna start deepening things a little bit at a time, incorporating a little bit of black in with the gray. We're gonna reinforce things with powders as well once we're finished working with all the creams. Gray, teeny tiny bit of black. Mix the two together on a little surface and start to tap in areas we want a little darker. Always going back in with straight gray if I lose a little bit of opacity or opacity. And then I'm actually going to contour right in here as well. Once again, just like going in layers, building up that contour and then dialing it back, blending it out with the straight gray if it gets a bit too deep. Now I'm going to take a bit of that clown white light on the back of my hand, pick a little bit up with my beauty blender, start to dab at the areas I want to highlight, carefully adding in some lightness. And then taking the butt of the blender, which just had the straight gray, every once in a while just blending the edges of everything. The nice thing about creams is that they are rather forgiving. You can layer them, change things up, go back and forth, making sure that everything's got a really good blend. You just want to reinforce those shadows with highlight as much as possible. The last thing you want is for it to just look flat, and it is taking a minute. I think my last step is going to be just going right around the eyes with a little brush as opposed to the sponge, just to get a little bit more detail. I'm going to start using the Pro 1M first, and we're just going in really lightly with the white to really brighten up that inner corner, any spots that we've missed. Cupid's bow, and then finally very carefully going along the bridge of the nose. Before any of this creases up, before everything goes to shit, taking some neutral powder, no color at all, it's got to be completely neutral. First lightly tapping out all the creases. Now going in with a bigger brush and tapping all over. Careful, so careful, trying really hard not to move anything. I'm gonna have to go in and fix my nose later, but that is okay. Just keep going until you can do the tap test and feel that everything's dry. You know, for someone who's never done this before and can't see anything, it's not going so terrible. Pardon me if it looks like I'm just like constantly on the verge of crying. It's because I am. So now what we're gonna do is start to reinforce everything with powders, which for that, I think I'm gonna take a blend of a few things. One of them being this gray shadow I got from Makeup Forever, which is called M106. It's my first Makeup Forever Artist Color Shadow that I've ever owned. Ooh, exciting. It's a nice cool tone gray, so I'm gonna first go in with that, chisel everything out and sort of reinforce all that work. And then I think I might go into Faux Fur, which as you know is my favorite warm gray, and bronze everything up as far as you can bronze up a gray vampire. I'm going to use my Sephora Pro angled brush, which has a nice shape to it. I think that will help with the contours of the face. So I'm going to pick up some M106. I'm going to dust some of that off onto a paper towel as well, because these shadows are quite creamy and they feel very pigmented. Darken up that inner corner. I'm gonna take a more tapered blending brush, start really carving out this nose inside the Cupid's bow as well. This is also great because this eyeshadow is opaque enough to cover any patchiness that might have happened with the cream base, which absolutely happened because I don't know what I'm doing. This nose is pretty cute though. And just under the lip for a little extra pout. I'm gonna start carving out the crease a little bit, just for a little bit of shape. Going up pretty high. I've got more space now since I took off my brow. Ooh, I completely forgot I even had this shade. It's called Ice Angel from Sugarpill, and it's like slightly shimmery, but it's like the perfect light gray to do a tiny bit of initial highlighting. I don't like this brush. Had to take a break for my battery. While I've been off camera, I've just been going back and forth between the gray eyeshadow and then picking up a little bit of Tako from Sugarpill, which is just a straight up white, reinforcing all the contours and highlights. I guess now we gotta move on to the part that I'm probably the most terrified about, and that is the brows. Let's do this. So I think I definitely want to keep it pretty straight and thick in the brow region. Let me zoom you in just a little bit. I'm so beautiful. I'm gonna use the Makeup Forever Artist Color Pencil in the color All Over Gray, which is pretty apropos. I'm gonna sketch lightly where I want my brows to go. I feel like without my lips on, I look a little bit like the Grinch. Take an angled brush, go into Bulletproof, which is the black from Sugarpill. I think I'm actually gonna go in with my Always On liquid liner, dab off a little bit of the excess, do a couple of hair strokes. Don't tell me I've been out of focus that whole time. I'm gonna do the other one off camera because you don't need to see that again. Or maybe you do, because it was out of focus, but I'm trying to save battery power. Hello, I am back. I went ahead and threw on some liner and lashes as well. These are Lady Killer lashes from Rouge and Rogue. Honestly, really the only lash brand you should be using during Halloween time, in my opinion. I'm sorry if this entire video has been completely out of focus. I took out the contacts just for the time being because I actually could not see. Right now I am actually taking some Bulletproof by Sugarpill and smoking out the wing. I'm going to throw on some mascara on the top. I feel like we are on the home stretch, although I feel like that is also me lying to myself. So I'm going to take a bit more Tako, really lightly just furthering some highlight action because I want just a little bit more, especially up here. Take a white eyeliner for the lower waterline. I tight lined my upper waterline in the same artist color pencil. This is basically just to assure that we don't have any skin left showing once you put on the lips, because any sort of pink showing is going to ruin the effect. To brighten things up a bit in my inner corner even more, I'm just going to take Fenty Kilowatt highlighter in How Many Carats, which I don't know if I've actually used on camera yet, but this is a weird way to do it. And I'm just gonna pop that into the inner corner. I look a little crazy without a top lip right now, so let's line these bad boys using the same pencil. And then throwing a little bit of the color cream onto the center of the lip. Taking a little bit of Tako, patting it around the edges of the mouth. Kind of just starting to look a bit grayscale, which is really, really strange. Been kind of worried about this part because I don't want to put on too much and make it super, out of sync with everything else that's going on. But I think I need just a hint of warmth, maybe just a dash across the nose, maybe just a little bit on the apples. I'm gonna go in really, really sparingly with the Flower Beauty Wild Rose Flower Pots blush because I don't want to be super monochromatic about it. Tapping nearly everything off. I swear to God, blush fixes every look. It's kind of cool because in the pan, this is a bright, bright Barbie pink. when you blend it with gray, it becomes this mauvey purple blush. And I guess if you had gray skin, that's probably what blush would look like on you. So now for everybody's favorite part of any tutorial of mine, freckles. I'm gonna alternate between M106 and Faux Fur for these. Oh God, I'm not smiling with this look. It makes my teeth look so yellow. I think this look needs a little added warmth to it. I'm actually gonna take Faux Fur on an angled brush, and this might ruin everything, but I'm going to warm up my contour a bit. Guys, I think we're nearly done. I'm gonna pop off camera, put my contacts back in, paint my neck, paint my chest, put my fangs in, put my wig on. I will see you in a bit. I believe there is one final thing that needs to be done. Draw her bite mark. I think we can call it a day, folks. This has been a long day of painting. I think it all really came together in the end. I feel creepy and cute, and this look definitely tested the limits of my capability, but it was a good challenge for me. I'm glad I did it. This wig is from Rockstar Wigs. This is what it looks like out of the box. You just kind of throw it on, shake it. These lovely fangs are from Scarecrow Fangs. You can either put them on your canines or your incisors. I decided to put them on my incisors because my canines are a bit of a weird shape, and these little baby fangs didn't quite fit all the way onto the canine. And plus, I think they're really cute on the incisors. This lisp might not be, but with the wig and the fangs, and I got the contacts back in, thank God. Of course, this is what happened. Turns out I was wearing them inside out. No wonder they were so painful. I might have looked a little low energy during this whole thing, but that is the face of someone who is really concentrating. I hope you guys had fun watching me really test myself. Let me know if you guys like this look. Leave a comment below. Also, if you like me, if you like my channel, please hit the thumbs up button. It helps me out a great deal. And if you're not already, you should subscribe to my channel. It is really hard to talk with these fangs in. Please enjoy your Halloween responsibly, be safe, and hopefully I will see you on the next one.